see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hey, hello guys, so I hope you're doing pretty well, so welcome to the channel. So today I'm gonna show you what I did in season 5. I know it's been a while since I didn't post a video except the Tablet of Awakening that I just did a couple minutes ago, but it's because I move out, so I change places, some stuff happens in my life that could not allow me or would give me less time to be able to invest into Hero Siege. The previous season was just like the fourth one, so not really interesting to post out some stuff. And there's also a YouTuber that have access to the alpha and beta that already show many information a couple months before the season, so I just don't know really what I could show you, but here it is with my progression. It's not a final build for the Plague Doctor, it's just a visual of what I already have, and what you could achieve with those stuff, stat, and everything. So I will try my best to do it as fast as possible and to avoid missing some information, just like the mercenary stuff or stuff like that. So if I forgot something that you really want to know, feel free to let me know in the comment. It will be a pleasure for me to help you out with what I was missing. So first of all, the Plague Doctor, I can show you just like a small preview of what he could achieve by just like killing stuff. We are in a Hell 5 obviously. Fun fact, if they stick with what they said in the season 6, in the patch note on their Google Doc, they will have an infernal difficulties, so it's gonna be even harder than Hell 5, and for some build that's pretty cool because as you could see in Hell 5 is pretty easy. So it might be a little bit laggy because just like running Hero Siege with many damage per second with the oh, Angelic, all right, thank you for the video. Yeah, but what I wanted to say is like my system for recording and the Hero Siege, I have some difficulties to run both, but for like cleaning stuff like that, it is pretty easy. So I know it's just like showing a small area that might not be the best to show you. I will show you by killing the event of Christmas, the Santa Claus, so you will have an pursuit preview rather, and here just for more detail, we didn't add any bonus at all for the damage here. All right, so let's jump on the mercenary first for just like clearing this out. I just put 1 point in all. Why there's 4 instead of 1? It's just because he have hull skill, and the most important is damage reduction from all sources, health regeneration, dodge chance, and life per hit, basically life steal. So those 4 is the most important. Armor is pretty good too, but max out those first, it will be the best. And for clearing the mercenary content, you have many choice possible. I just decided to go with a Valkyrie to have Fanatism. My Fanatism is level 23 out of 24. I don't know if I can improve it with the stars level. I didn't really invest time into that, and I don't feel like it is really an improvement. Or maybe if I want to just like push out in Wormhole, things that I'm not gonna do. But for information, maybe it's possible to increase the Fanatism bonuses. So this one gave me a 100 nearly percent of attack speed of having the Fanatism buff. if my mercenary is still alive and if he's still around. One tips, if the mercenary is like stuck into a wall, just like it's pretty far, and you are currently fighting the boss and you need your attack speed or resistance, if you have the Aurora Might, I believe, you can goes in your skill right here, and the little guys command the minions if you are a summoner, or it can call your mercenary if we go with a J. So if we say J here, yes, I say J here. Oh yeah, I didn't close the tabs. Sorry for that. So if I close G here, the mercenary will come where you want him to go in general. But basically just more like he's stuck and you want to pop up next to you, you press a J because you put it on J, and it will come. So that's for the mercenary. In general, people's goes with magic find, so leprechaun greed is good, mystic allure, the bucket, or even you can go with what is called already, we go in the helmet in item though. It's Eric one Nightwing Veil, I believe. Arcane Veil. So it is good too because it gives magic find resistance and damage reduction, all skills. So it is good on him if you want it. Just make him tanky or magic find. If you kill fast, it will not die really, and you will just benefit from magic find, because magic find is the way to improve the quality of your item, and more magic find you have on your mercenary, it will add on your own stat when you kill, and it doesn't add up on here. Just you have to basically count 866 plus 237 and more. So that's about it for the mercenary. Make sure you have life steal per hit if you're early in the journey, because he needs it. So yes, this give him life steal, but you really need life steal and attack speed for him to stay alive, to keep your buff of magic find at all. All right, so for the skill, I just goes with this one. I usually play with surgical bloodletting, so those are the new system in season 5. So you have to modify, not you have, but you can modify the spell you're using. So we goes with this one, Surgeon Vortex. So let's allow the knife turning around us. So if the screen is small for you, I will say out loud. So I put 5 in incisive cuts, 2 in expert surgeon, 2 in bolting scalpel, 2 in vitally devour, 2 in exsanguination, 4 in phlebotomist, and 3 obviously in surgeon vortex. So that's about it. Is it the best you can do? No. Just feel free to play with what you feel is working for you the best. All right, so in this one, I just goes in this because it could be good, but I don't know if it's really changed something. But basically this is if you cast your cloud and it's touch enemies, you will gain attack speed, and movement speed apparently, but it's more things if you are really playing with this spell that will be important, but I just goes with that, but for fun, for people who want to do it anyway. So 4 in contagious, 5 in hasty vapor, 5 in hemoglobin nova, 1 in sweep scourge, 2 in incendiary fumes, and 3 in epinephrine addict. So basically the gameplay with this that I wanted to try is to cast near the enemy this for gaining attack speed, and after that you just blast with your spell. If we continue in the skills, so those are passive. So this one, Is the toxic flask. Yes, this one is really important. You want the vial of alchemy, so it gives you more HP, and the except the fact that HP is good to avoid dying, is also benefit the plague doctor with devout doctor that give you more additive physical damage for the HP you have. So like the example of us here, 58 420, and we throw the flask, we goes up to 71,000 just for throwing the flask on the floor. Why we're getting that much is because we are at 10,000 HP, we throw the flask, we goes up to 12,000. So just for 2,000 HP, you saw that we gain like 20,000 damage here. So that multiplies with the percent of damage here. So that's pretty good just for a spell that you throw for 10 seconds. So that's pretty good. So the toxic flask, where we go 2 in 1 with the poison, 2 decomposing materia, 2 fake throw, 2 flask flip, 2 agile tosser, 2 resistant crystal, 5 apothecary, and 3 on the vial of alchemy. After that, we have Plague's Rat. I just put points here, but I don't feel like it is really important, so you can do whatever you want. The Jar of Leech, I didn't really test it out at all, doesn't really need it. And the last one is Randy the Rancid Rat. So this one is pretty interesting. I didn't really knew before going on Discord and see that people playing with this. It's really funny and useful. So basically what it allow you to is when you cast it, you ride the rats. So except the fact that it's cool, you run faster, and you can also take less damage if you are on the rats, depending of which nodes you hit when you level up your tree. If you mess something around, you can just reset. It's free every time, so goes with that. And if you're early in the progress of your leveling, you gain 1 points here for 5 level. So level 5 you gain 1 point in every plus skill. Level 10 you gain another point, and to be able to unlock the level of your ultimate changeman, the big nodes, it's level 60, 80, and 100, something like that. All right, so we have 5 point in Vigorous Leader that increase the life of the rats, because if the rats take damage, it get off. 5 points in increase the movement speed and attack speed of Randy the Rat. So attack speed we don't really care, but the movement speed, so we're running faster. 5 in increase all resistance and damage reduction for Randy the Rat. 1 point in redirect a portion of incoming damage to Randy the Rat. So if you are hitting, the rats might take the damage instead. You can add more if you like. Randy the Rat gain an Iron Flick monster with poison. I just put that for fun. And 3 in Randy Rider. It's really important because that's the fact that you can ride the rats. Otherwise, if you don't take this one, you won't be able to ride the rats. Alright, so that's about it for the skill. If you're early and you want to leveling your Plague Doctor, I'm sorry I could not help you with that because I don't really know. When I was leveling, I was just like aiming Devout Doctor like crazy and just like maxing out my stuff with HP, and I was lacking damage, but I was not dying. And after that, I just changed by looking in the Discord to goes with the normal critical damage like we used to play in the Demon Slayer Bullet Hell. So just like crit chance and crit damage. It's really good. Deadly Blow is awesome when you have the 100 because it's permanently increase your physical damage by 50%, so that's really huge. Crushing Blow, if you are someone that attack pretty fast, so it's scaling with attack speed, and that's the case for us. You don't need a high number of crushing blow because you will hit many times the 37% for me, by example. So just like 20 to 40% it's enough. Open wounds, more you have, better it is. It's basically bleed the enemy for 20% of your physical damage. In your defense is always good. Mine is pretty low, but I have some anyway. Resistance, every character you play, you need resistance anyway. And take note that if you are doing Pasas Luna, she reduce your Archon resistance by 100, so it's not a bad thing to have more Archon resistance when you are facing her. Damage reduction is good when you have some. The more life you have, the more damage you get by Devout Doctor and less chance you have to die. And I think that's about it for the stat and the skill. On the hero level, you goes with the strength because it's benefiting us. Dexterity for the in-yard defense, 5% for more in-yard defense is good. The glyph, I'm gonna go back on this later on. Unlocking your charm slot is pretty useful when you have a square charm, such like the Beetle of Life, the Anubisang charm, the Tablet of Awakening, and more and more. On this one, attack speed is pretty great. Dexterity and critical damage is pretty great. And you can go sometime just like before going in this way. You can go to experience to be able to gain more nods and go back on this part. All skill is pretty good. Magic Find, the classic way. So movement speed might be not the best for us, even is good. 15 all attribute is good, but it's not a necessity. And this one, so like on the right side is good, and this way. This one is pretty great. It's more vitality. And if you are lacking some mana, you can go with this one sometime early. You can move. You can remove it, had it. You play around. All right. So for the glyph, there's no improving damage in general with the glyph. Now it's passive when you are farming. So the best is to go with what you are needed. But in season 5, there's like bug or just like a malfunction of calculation of the gold income by the glyph, so people are using the glyph greed, so you're getting more gold. Basically it adds chance to drop extra gold on monster kill. So if you want to farm gold, that is pretty good for the market, because since people are using that, they're selling as an higher value, so it costs you way more to equip yourself when you are not at the really beginning of the season. So yeah, so an important thing as well to benefit the glyph, so it's not necessarily just the greed, but every glyph you play. This one is glyph of dexterity, so it will benefit from dexterity node. So if you are placing some glyph and you are wondering why your friends have better stats than yours on your glyph, there's two possibilities, three actually. First, you put the glyph at a wrong spot, but it's better to have a glyph places than don't have the glyph at all. So it's always better, even if it's not the right spot, but if you want to benefit more, place it where it should shine the most. So if you want to take a look which kind of glyph it is, you must click on it and look there. You also have the quality, so more close to 100, more close you will more better you will have the percent of the usefulness of your glyph. And the last thing is to just like leveling your glyph. If you want to leveling your glyph, is at the same times where you get them is when you're using keys here in the dungeon, and most efficient way is to having 12 of the same keys. Ask friends to goes in the dungeon, activate the dungeon with 12 keys in Hell 5 in the most efficient way. But um, if you can't form L5, wait before being able to do it, or just like use one key and hope for getting a glyph, or go on the market and buy a glyph. But for the most efficient ways, waiting L5 and 12 keys to getting more and more experience and have better chance to find some glyph with higher quality. So that's why. So right now I have greed here, I have keymaster, because farming, I know that it's armor and I don't have points in armor yet, but I just need to level up. But farming keys for me right now is the best, because farming keys will help me to farm better glyph or having experience, just like I just said. And this one is a 100% of Angel vitality, so I always have my hurt scratch for having the maximum value, and right now it gave me some chance to have better magic find, so why not. So feel free to play around the glyph, there's a ton of it, so it's like for Bifrost, for Chaos Tower, Eternal Battlefield, there's a lot of stuff like that. So enough for the hero level. Mercenary is done, the player stats is done. Alright, so for the gear itself, or even the relics, we want to get the attack speed, the crit chance, Trinity is always good, the 3-4 rather. So yeah, attack speed, crit damage, crit chance, and just like I talking about. The Rune Wars Legionnaire is one of the best right now. We try to aim for a base of crit chance, so you basically needs to find a helmet with crit chance, and you pray the best that they roll 3 socket by the crafting recipe that you can go with crafting. You go with reroll socket, so it's 2 hell and 1 perfect of any one. You go here, you put your white object, no socket on it, otherwise it's not gonna work. You put your 2 hell, your perfect, you pray that it's 3, and after that you can collect purple S item if the base on the tier is S. You collect A if it's A, and you uncraft here your S item that you don't want to collect. It will give you S dust that look like this, but this one is A, but it will be bigger and it's gonna be a S. You go here, you put your 50 S dust and your S item, and it will improve the base only. So if you already make the rune words, it will improve the base that you had previously. So I had crit chance, so it only will increase crit chance, not the physical skill of my rune word. The attack damage is not gonna change, but because it was crit chance, it will increase crit chance. If the base was all skill, it might increase all skill too. So that's pretty good for that in this season. For the runes wars, we have Crush Fleet as well. That is pretty cool. Crush Fleet, people try to aim for crit damage on the base. For glove, you goes with what you can find right now, but the improvement will be a rim skin assassin. They are pretty expensive right now, and I just stopped to play, and the economy goes up while this time, so I could not buy my rimskin assassins yet. So it's even higher price than yesterday, so it's crazy. So this one will be pretty nice to improvement. The weapon you can go with the Sidewinder You can go with the Scare Battle Darts, that is this bad boy somewhere here. So this one is good. People using the Saint Solo YOLO sometime if they're lucky to have it. The Shadow Fury could be great as well, but take note that you won't have the Word of Blood that give you Devout Doctor level. Devout Doctor level, I remember you, that is increasing your damage by your life, and it give life and damage reduction as well, and not damage reduction, sorry, but all resistance rather. Why I no, sorry, the all resistance is because I put a home rune. The 24 Arcane resistance is my green jewel that give me 24% of Arcane resistance. I put this for the Passus Luna bosses, and the last one is a Jaw that gave me a 10% more HP. So yeah, just like in my Executioner Cocoon, I put the Augment of Avariciousness for more gold, but in general, if you want damage, it's Tempest Strike. If you really want to aim for the Tempest Strike, wait for having 5 Angelic Key. Every day, go doing your daily here. It will give you a Bifrost key in L5, or sometimes it can give you one in lower difficulties. And after that, you go in Asphalt Encampment. You go here, you activate your Bifrost, and you might have an Angelic Ram. You will be able to go on the left side. So you pick the first option, you put your armor into the Angelic Ram, and if it's happen to have the Tempest Strike, take it for free. If it's not the Tempest Strike, you can use your 5 Angelic keys to select the Tempest Strike. If you don't want to wait for a Bifrost key and finding the Angelic Ram, or you don't have at all Bifrost key, you need to have 6 Angelic key. You go to the Down Chapelle, you talk to this guy, it will open the Angelic Ram with the first key, and the 5 other keys will be the same method of picking your Temper Strike or Avariciousness if you want to farm. So an improvement of Executioner Cocoon, some people are playing this in dupes, so it's an Angelic Armor. So this one, and there's also the Terrell Chestplate that's really insane. Early on, some people are playing the Gem King Guard with full pristine. Is it pristine? Yeah, I think it's pristine. A ruby for getting more HP, so more damage. The Executioner Cocoon is a pretty good as well. For the weapon, sorry, I'm jumping around information like that. So I'm sorry if if you're lost in my description of the build. For the weapon, the best weapon that people are looking at right now is the Saint Amical. So this one, pretty expensive, but a lot of damage. You could not get a physical 5 all skill. Plus 5 physical skill, it's all just elemental, so it just goes with the one with the better stat for you. So probably attack speed, enhance damage, and defense ignore. And the level of like the Truth Seeker, I don't know if cause all projectiles to become homing. Yeah, I don't think it's a priority. So the priority will be probably enhanced damage and attack speed. So that is pretty good for the weapon. The glove will already cover it. So the weapon, not the weapon, but the rings early is the Elven Grace. Be careful, Elven Grace has changed, so it's not always with an all skill. So take note of that. The Rakul Ritual Band is always good to clone your rings. So right now it is good to having just like a max out Elven Grace that is clone, but later on is to have Azazel Despair that is right here, ideally a +3, and you farm Anubis in Pyramid level 2 to getting his Soul Gem. You put it on your Azazel Despair and you will have a lot of crit chance, crit damage, attack speed, strength. It's gonna be crazy, and since we have the ritual Rakul Bands, it will clone it. Otherwise, the Anubis Soul Gem is pretty rare, it's pretty expensive, so it always a good thing to be able to clone it with the Ritual Rakul Band. How you get the Ritual Rakul Band? You have to do Chaos Tower in, I don't know if it's in Hell 5 minimum, but it's the ideal to be able to have a 100% loot when you finish the tower. So you find a Chaos Tower, you can improve the chance of spawning them with your Glyph, and you do 1 towers give you 1 out of 10 because you will need to clear 9 tower. The 10th one will be the fight with Rakul. Rakul is not that much complicated when you're facing him, and you just pray that you will be able to get his ring when you kill it, and not his hammer that is not that crazy. So we will go to Anubis in the Hell 5. It's not the Uber Anubis, take notes, it's just like the regular one. So no soul gem for the video. Alright, so that's how you do to find the soul gem. When you have it, you put it on the Azazel of Despair. The shield, Ward of Blood, it will be your best shield for the Plague Doctor. When you have a two-handed, you don't have to worry for the shield. The amulet, the classic of a Raven Claw is good, and later on you improve it for a Griffin Claw. And the belt will be the Vagabond strap could be great early. The War. Not this one. Vagabond strap, this one is good early. If you want to play some vitality, the Night Girdle is great early. The Warboss Trophy Belt for some crit chance and vitality and damage, obviously. The Brood Cords for some defensing your. Gladiator King Belt will be your end game, except if you really want to play with the Liquor Ulster and play with your potion, but this one is pretty great. The Komodo Bloodstrap if you want to play full HP, but I didn't really test it out, even I loot one. And before the Gladiator King Belt, the Belt of Skull is pretty great as well while you're waiting for this belt, and this belt is from Rakul again, so the same guys with the rings in the Chaos Tower. For that, the potion, you just go with some attack speed, movement speed, crit damage. So look around the potion that you can get. So right now I have a +2 of attack speed and attack rating, a +5 of strength and vitality, protein shake. +5 is the maximum of potion. You could not, you can't improve them with the star system that we discussed with the dust. This one is for increasing the damage on the bleeding enemy. I don't know if it's really great or not, but it's working for me. Elixir of Death increase all your damage. That's why good. You can aim for empty bottle of vodka for extra all skill. And there's also many other potion that is pretty good. For the charms, this one is always good early, and later on it could improve you as well. So you try to aim for the life increase percent as the maximum possible. Charm can't be improved as well with the dust system. Torch is always good. You have to kill Uber Death for that in the dimensional, in the shallow realm. The Witch's Claw is good when you are lacking some mana income. If you it costs you a lot of mana for casting stuff, it's always good. This one is if you want to gain more magic fine gold and merchant price when you're buying Angelic Key in the Shadow Ram, or if you are buying the enchanted sigil for the crafting system, for the moonstone and all. So early it's HP that is good, and later on it will be crit damage and crit chance when you're lacking some. And if you are lacking mana again, you can have a hybrid like that give you HP and a ton of mana. So when you have like 600 mana, you rarely are lacking of mana even you're facing bosses, as long as you have enough attack rating or dexterity or defense in order to be able to touch it, and for having mana per hit back, that is pretty great. The attack speed, if you have all resistance and all. The Tablet of Awakening, I just goes with all skill and 59 all attribute. 59 is just because it's 4 elemental gem that's getting improved by those 2 spots on the right. So you can just like you can look the Tablet of Awakening video if you have more information in which order to put your tablet for benefiting the buff. Okay, right. So this, I think I cover all. The passive that we have here is the attack speed of the Fanatism of the Mercenary early on. This one is the buff of the week, so we just have more key drop. And Lifeblood Aura, that's really good too. So I have an extra 10% HP and 25% health regen. And the reason why is because I put at least 1 point in Lifeblood Aura. And you have to activate it here, otherwise you won't have this aura activated. And that's about it. There's also a small improvement that you can do. I don't remember if a two-handed will be better rather than a one-handed. I'm pretty sure yes, to have higher combat order and defensive shout instead of a 6-6, because the Viking can have 2 one-handed, so that's why it's better. But I think a two-handed will have higher stat. And basically what it give you is when you shout, just like the Barbarian in Diablo 2, it will give you a bonuses of more HP and more mana. So more HP, more damage, more HP, less chance you have to die. And more mana is good when you are lacking damage. So higher the combat order it is, the higher the bonus will be, and the longer it will stay. There's this one, High of Rakul, so another item from Rakul that is cool to farm or buy. It's improving the combat order when you're casting your shout. So right now we have 8%. If I'm shouting with this one rather, it's now 5 minutes instead of 2, and it's 20%. So you keep the 20% if you change your charm. Here it is. So it is pretty good. I think that's about it for all those information. So we will do a wormhole to show you what it could do in a higher difficulty. So this one is a 103. And after that, we're just gonna go with the Christmas event. because it's a boss with 35 billion HP, I believe. Also, a good things on the characters of playing it. There's the passive that give you more attack speed when you're activated. So it's not really a passive; it's more a skill that you need to activate. Sorry, is this one. So defense surgeon, it give you more life steal and attack speed. Just take a look sometime if you are not letting enemies behind, otherwise you will have to backtrack to be able to kill them, to spawn the boss, so it's quite annoying. So just quick look sometime. So just like I said, it's not the perfect build. I show you some improvement that you can do. There's might more different ways to play it. You just have an idea of what you can achieve with what I have right now. So it's, I will say, mid game, because there's a lot of improvement that you can do to be better, and that's gonna more aim for late game. And don't do like me, try to think more often to using your potions, so that's how you will be more efficient, killing faster. Alright. And the good things with the Plague Doctor as well, because you have a lot of HP, you can take hits and you rarely gonna die, except if your all resistance is not really max. If you have a malus on yourself that you didn't really see, if you don't hit enemies to getting back your HP with the lifesteal, all those kind, but otherwise you're pretty good to go. That's all crap for me. Alright, so this one was the wormhole to show you a little bit, and we're just gonna end this video with the Santa Claus. The video is already getting along, so sorry for that. Blue stars is good for me. Life charm of guard stamina, no. This one probably not. And the red one was no. Vexel was good. This part is gonna be really laggy, mini monster, and the FPS drop. So if you are watching this after the Christmas time, this part might be already out, so sorry for that, but I just wanted to show you the damage you can made on a big HP monster. And I don't have the Saint Michel, because otherwise if I had the Saint Michel, the Santa Claus will goes pretty down fast. Goes down pretty fast, rather. Don't forget to throw your poison on the floor sometime to gain the extra HP, so the extra damage. Activate the potion. Activate the spell with more attack speed. And we are near the end of it. Will we be lucky? This one is a hat. If you want to add it on your collection, and if you are stuck with this one and you hate it, you can just grab your hat again. If you don't equip it, I don't think you will be able to unlock it, so you better just equip and remove it after. And you talk back to him for the Christmas bag. Oh, alright, so we got an Eric. So the first one of this event for me on the Christmas event, so that's cool. Curse of Ages. +3. Alright. So I think that's cover all. Also, a small detail at the end. If you don't have the jewel crafting level enough, to craft the moonstone gem, that will be attack speed, because in endgame you want attack speed on your weapon to improve the attack per second, the APS. If you are putting attack speed on your armor, it's not benefit the attack per second. So you really want to put it on your weapon. If you don't want to waste moonstone because you are lacking you're lacking of resources, or you don't unlock enough the level of jewel crafting to be able to craft it rather. Goes with nut rune. So this nut rune give you 10%, and the moonstone give you 25%, but it's a free 10%. Just like you could see, I have a ton of nut runes, and when you are facing Geras, or when you're encounter Geras, the traveling merchant, or the Veras, I believe, his brother in the Shadow Realm, they sometimes sell nut rune if you are really in need of it. So it's a good improvement when you don't have anything to put on to be able to do more damage. The charm, you can take a look of others charms, that is pretty good as well. You just look for attack speed, the crit chance, the crit damage, the all skills. So loaded dice could be great. Fulgurate is always great, but benefit less us because it's more magic damage, but it's still all skill, attribute, and all resistance for a small charm. The Earth Melon is physical, but I don't think it's gonna benefit us that much with the fact that it took 4 spaces, so play around that. Early I was playing with the yellow it's me Steve, the Steve Bang and the Steve necklace. So it's good for all resistance and damage and survivability. So that's good early. Um, the Traveler Maps Journal is good early, but not more that much. The Spine Trophy is good early too. Anubis, we talk about that, which is good as well. I don't know if Viking Glyph is that much great. Ardent Steel Defender is pretty great too. It's like the Anubis Charm, but in two spaces instead of four. So that's pretty great early, and maybe later on if you don't have a small charm for it. If you are farming, the Tall Dead Skull is great with the Tall Pendant. Plague Shot will be really insane as well for more damage because it's improving a passive that we already have. Radar Torch is good early as well. And I think that's about it for the charm. So thank you very much for your time, having fun with the physical doctor, physical plague doctor, or any characters that you're playing. And in season 6, in the patch note, they show that we're gonna have the Inferno level instead of L5. Not instead, but after that. And we're also gonna have a new shrine that is gonna be kind of an angelic shrine, like just the guy in the angelic realm that you ask a question. You will have the possibility to find him, and when you find him, you will have a guarantee heroic drop on the floor or angelic if you are lucky. So I'm pretty hyped for it. They're gonna fix the glyph greed of getting a ton of money, and I think that's about it. So thank you very much, and see you next time.